Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for educations and technology only. Today, I'd like to share with you a critical issue when we study Wing Chun or even other traditional Chinese martial arts. We must be really careful on how we think, or else we are going to waste our time, waste our life, waste our energy, and waste our money. So what happened is, last night I was having a chat with Wing Chun friends who is pretty close to me, and he has been in Wing Chun for 30 years or more. So he went around for the past 30 years searching for the truth of Wing Chun. And so we have a discussion yesterday after he watched my recent video on the pros and cons of the Wing Chun 1960 and the problem and the solution of the Wing Chun. So I like to share with you, we need to be really careful. Otherwise, we're going to run in loops and get nowhere. Okay? So we have to watch out. There are two types of thinking when we study martial arts, especially the traditional Chinese martial art. One is called hearsay centric. Another one is technology centric. Hearsay centric sound this way. This person X claimed as the inheritor of the G Grandmaster. And then this person, the X person's classmate saying, no, he is not the inheritor of the Grandmaster G because I have never seen him and all kinds of stuff. So that is the first type of the hearsay centric. And people go round and round for years giving their 5 cents in opinion and not looking into evidence. The second is, like yesterday, this close friend asked me, he said, well, does Liang Zhan pass this set to this Grandmaster and then this Grandmaster pass to the other Grandmaster? This is another hearsay centric. Who the world know what's going on with Liang Zhan? The third is, this lineage has an old secret set. Old secret set, like this lineage have this authentic set. And then, this Grandmaster steal the good wooden dummy sets from this Grandmaster. Okay? And first, I need to go learn from that particular Grandmaster who gets stolen, whose set gets stolen by this Grandmaster. And then the fourth, the common one is, this person know the real complete Wing Chun. Bruce Lee never learned all the Wing Chun sets. So this type of hearsay centric argument or debating or thinking, it go on and on for past 60 years. Have you solved anything? Have you solved anything technically? The answer is none. If it is solving something, it will not be a mess like today, where everybody say whatever they are think. And still technically, one have no idea what's going on. So that is the hearsay centric. This is common in the Chinese, traditional Chinese martial art. And then somebody will say, well, you know, this grandmaster passed to this grandmaster, there's internal way. And then they start to show their internal way, and then you look at the internal ways, oh my God, this is copying from Tai Chi. And even the guy in Tai Chi doesn't know what the heck he's doing. Okay? That's what it is. So when you have this kind of mess, you're facing Xi Xiaodong, then you know you're going to get in trouble. Because you don't know even what are you getting into. And one can spend a lifetime. That's why last night, in my last sentence to this close friend, I told him, forget about all this stuff. Treat all this stuff like a movie. You're not going to solve this thing. And even if you solve it, it have nothing to do with technologically what Wing Chun is about. If it can be solved, the past 60 years people already solved it. You have the millions of people there, or at least thousands of people is doing that. So that's a dead end, okay? It just put you in the fantasy world. Your 5 cents, my 5 cents, who the world know what Bruce Lee learned anyway? Okay? Avoid that, like what I told this close friend yesterday. After 30 years, what is this giving to you? Now, the second thing is technology-centric. Technology-centric, the first thing is one realize, one know that fighting is about impulse momentum handling. We like it or not, it is physics. Fighting is impulse momentum handling. And impulse momentum handling has to based on impulse momentum and body mechanics, which supporting the impulse momentum. Okay? Because one be able to know what is the impulse momentum and body mechanics, the science behind it, the technology behind it, one be able to analyze oneself to see whether one practice contribute to a positive or constructive outcome toward the impulse momentum handling, which is fighting. Well, if you're in martial art, face it, you like it or not, it is about fighting. Otherwise, don't call it martial arts. Okay? That's the bottom line. It's not my definition, this is what the world is. That's what the Xi Xiaodong and the MMA people define. You want to put yourself as martial art, you better be able to play the impulse momentum game. So if you know the impulse momentum and the body mechanics, you'll be able to analyze yourself, you'll be able to analyze your opponent or different style for their strength and weakness. Okay? That's how you become expert here in martial art, and that's why you can play. And also, when people talk garbage like this, because you know impulse momentum and body mechanics, you can very quickly go inside there, look for what? Common denominator of the impulse momentum type and the body mechanic types. So if somebody say X claim to be the inheritor, then you look at his impulse momentum handling and the body mechanics development which support the impulse momentum handling. And if the classmate come to debunk it, it doesn't matter, it's the entire classmate debunk it. If the classmate every one of the classmates do not have the same common denominator, signature in impulse momentum and body mechanic as the grandmaster, you know is baloney. It's just simple. All this thing, you can check it. So this is, if you want to study Wing Chun, get to this. That's why I keeping present General Chi Chi Guang, Shaolin Short Strike Classic in all my books, and then make it scientific, so forth. So we have a claim on this. See, yesterday, yesterday, there are still somebody in Asia, in the forum, make a video and talk about Wing Chun is from Tan Sao and all this thing. Okay, so Wing Chun is from Tan Sao, is from the King Hua Hui Gun, and King Hua is built from this Tan Sao is from the northern, all the story, you heard about it. And then Wing Chun is the Tan Bong Fo. That's why I asked them, so what is Tan Sao's Kung Fu? Where does it come from? Can you show me? If it is this, you can show it right away. Like, we know the General Chi Chi Guang, we know the short strike, the Shaolin short strike, we know our Xiu Lim Tao is based on the Mei, and then we can verify with the shoulder blade and the all short strike, everything. It's not just, oh yeah, it's from Tan Sao because this grandmaster says so. And then Wing Chun is just Tan Bong Fo. Why I say in Wing Chun is Tan Bong Fo? You must be out of your mind. In the movie, it's okay to say that because Tan and Fo is a couple. Bong is outside in. Now if people grab you, you need the inside out. If you don't have this Kei Zhang, how the hell are you going to go inside out? That means your art is incomplete. Why do I know? Study this. Look into the document of the ancestor. In terms of technical, it's this clear. Okay? You see, in Asia, for past 60 years, all kinds of theory is making here. Everybody put their 5 cents in. And where is that leading to? So ask the question, does Bruce Lee do this or do this? Because Bruce Lee do this, even though he doesn't use the term impulse momentum. Because he do this, his focus is to study this, and then he can repeat the 1-inch punch and those kind of stuff. And then he fought, like the other video I say, fought Wang Jackman, and he found out that the linear impulse momentum handling has limitations. They need other thing. That's what Bruce Lee studied. Read his Tao of Jeet Kune Do. Is the Tao of Jeet Kune Do on this thing, or in all kinds of biography and taking picture with the grandmaster of this and that and all the hearsay? Read Bruce Lee Tao of Jeet Kune Do. If you read Bruce Lee Tao of Jeet Kune Do, you look at it, it is parallel, it is in the same direction with the General Chi Chi Guang and the Shaolin Short Strike, all this document. Because this is the proper way of thinking, technological centric. The reason I wrote all the books is because I prepare everybody on this. This type of stuff, if you read in the ancient Chinese history, it become what? Metaphysics. See, the Chinese, in the ancient, it doesn't matter if it's Qi Shi Guang or Shaolin Short Strike or Mei Si Zhuang, all the proper document It always have a theory and a practice. Even in the Buddhism, okay, Buddhism teaching in the Anapanasati or so forth, they always have a theory and a practice. So General Qi Ji Guang have that. And then later on, this past 100 years or so, when the Tai Chi guy having the internal art propaganda, it doesn't have the theory and the practice. It jumped right away to what? Metaphysics. I have this Jing. I have this Qi. So can you tell me what the heck is Jing, what the heck is Qi in today's science, or sports science? Well, if you decode General Qi Ji Guang, you map it in to today's sports science, you can know exactly General Qi Ji Guang in his very famous classic is talking about impulse momentum. Not those Jing and Qi and all those metaphysics. Lao is bullshit. The Chinese is not like that. Okay? Still this morning, the guy, a friend sent a few messages for me. You know the guy who get defeated by Xi Xiaodong, the Lei Lei from Tai Chi. And then he is saying that he's doing the slow motions video to explain that why he is not KO by Xi Xiaodong. He is tripping on himself. That is called idiot. If you look into the impulse momentum analysis, you know that he couldn't even take the impulse momentum from Xi Xiaodong. There goes your Fa Jing. Okay? There goes your Fa Jing. All this internal using Yi and everything. That's why I told one of my friends who sent me that. I said, if you meet all those so-called Tai Chi, Fa Jing Grandmaster and all those type of things, you know what? You just get a bicycle, pedal a bicycle 20 miles per hour speed, you crash into him, let him to use his Fa Jing to stop that. Or see he get run into it and completely mess up. You know, it's 2020, it's just all kinds of idiotic thing. And so this guy who get KO 3 years away by Xi Xiaodong is here saying, oh yeah, you know, by this, you see slow motion, I'm tripped, I'm not KO by Xi Xiaodong. Can you believe that? And this morning, he even go champion this Ma Baoguo, the guy who get KO within 30 seconds. So seriously, it is hopeless to get into this thing and get into the metaphysics. The Chinese ancestor, be it Wing Chun or Tai Chi or Shaolin, never do those kind of stuff. They are technological centric, like Bruce Lee. Not this. Okay? So this is to share with you. Let's not wasting our life on this nonsense. Okay? That's damaging to ourselves, damaging to Wing Chun, damaging to Tai Chi, damaging to Chinese martial art, damaging to Shaolin, damaging to the entire Chinese culture. Why do you want to do that? This is serious, okay?